Broadcasting live from the Cryptic Spires on the plane of Double Masters 2022. This is TapTapConcede. Hey everybody, welcome to TapTapConcede. My name is James, back in the host seat for the second weekend of the row. I don't like it either. We'll be back to normal next week, I promise. But today, I am joined by Nelson.
You're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you. And Wheeler.
What up?
Okay, that was not what I was expecting. And today we are doing a Stump the Expert for August 2023. And we'll get to that in a moment. But first, I want to thank our sponsors. First off, you're our sponsor over at our Patreon at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. Could not do this without you. I know we say that all the time. I know it sounds cliche, but it is legitimately true. We really do appreciate it. So if you're not supporting us over on Patreon and you want to, patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. And of course, this stream or this podcast is brought to you by our friends over at Card Kingdom at cardkingdom.com/LRR. Hit up that affiliate code. It lets them know that we sent you. It means that what we actually say means something to you all, that you actually go and shop with them, and we appreciate it. And then Card Kingdom will keep giving us money, and that works quite well for us. Agreed?
Hail to the king, baby.
Perfect. At the end of your order, if you want a button, hit up the little comment section. Say Loading Ready Run sent me button, please, and you will get a little 1-inch button that currently says time for the Pack 3 pivot or something like that. I can't remember the exact wording, Paul.
Pack 3 time to pivot.
Do you remember the
Pivot
exact
3,
wording?
pack me.
Yeah, not entirely sure.
I'm Surge. I like Minecraft.
Time for the Pack 3 pivot.
Time for the Pack 3 pivot. Thank you, Paul.
Pivot.
All right, so today on the show, we're going to stump these experts. We've done this a bunch of times before. I'm normally the one who actually puts the show together, but today I did that and I get to host. So we get to see how this goes. It's going to be interesting. I've got 5 categories, 3 questions or 3 cards for each of you. How you feeling?
Nervous.
Uh-huh.
No Johns, but I have a killer migraine,
Yep.
and I can't think about anything beyond the fact that this mug has no water in it.
All right, so number 1, I appreciate you for coming in today. Number 2, Nelson, you have a shot.
You can't do that in 2023.
You have a shot here, Nelson.
you're probably right.
Are
Okay,
you feeling
all right.
good?
No, now it's just going to be more humiliating.
When you lose?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Round number 1. Round number 1 is huge tracts of rare lands. Do you get the reference?
Yes, I
please?
do.
Perfect. All right.
Are we going to look at cards that are extra busty? What?
Wheeler, you're up first.
Sure.
Bottomless Vault.
This game sucks. It's a storage land from, I want to say the dark. It you can tap to. It's a land from the dark that you put storage counters on it by tapping and sacrificing something, or no, Bottomless Vault. Maybe it's the black storage land from not Fallen Empires. It's not Homelands. Is it still the dark?
It's Fallen Empires.
Is it It's the black storage land from Fallen Empires?
That is correct.
I think so.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Do you know what it does?
Yeah, you may not untap it during your untap step, and instead you can put a storage land on it, and then
Yep.
you can tap to remove any number of storage lands from it and add that much black mana.
Yeah, that's basically what it says.
Nice.
Comes into play tapped. You may choose not to untap it. You may choose. I guess you didn't technically say that, but yeah. There it is right there.
Well, if you didn't, if
Good
you
job.
couldn't choose to not untap it, it always...
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. All right. We'll give you a point. 1 single point.
Okay.
Nelson.
Hi.
Balduvian Trading Post.
Balduvian Trading Post from Alliances. It's a land that says sacrifice a mountain when Balduvian Trading Post enters the battlefield. Or if you can't, I think you have to sacrifice the Balduvian Trading Post. And then it can tap for a red mana or 1 and a red and tap. Oh no. And then something I don't care about. It has an ability that doesn't matter.
1 damage.
To a creature or a player? Only a player? Or anything?
I don't know. It's got alliance wording, so it might say 1 damage to thine monster or whatever. I think it's creature player.
So
Sweet.
So you were correct on that first paragraph.
'Kay.
It taps for a colorless and a red.
yeah.
Oh, dip.
I
Right,
think you
that
just
makes
said
sense.
red.
Creature.
And then
Attacking
it's
creature.
attacking creature. One damage
Yes,
to
only attacking creature. I was right about the third paragraph, too. I forgot that you get your mana back with these ones.
Yeah.
Is that consistent across all 5? Because, like, does
Kildorn-
Kildorn Outpost also tap for 2 mana?
Yeah.
See, that is something I've never done.
Well, except for the black one.
The black one. Oh, is Lake of the Dead.
Lake of the Dead.
Right. Well, yeah, you definitely get your mana back. Although I guess after you sacrificed your third swamp or something, now you've got diminishing returns.
Yeah.
Not to be confused
Which
with
is
diminishing
also from
returns. I know.
Alliances.
Yeah. Heads up. Diminishing returns is coming up later in this podcast, probably.
All right, moving on here. Wheeler,
Yeah.
Endless Sands.
This is from, I think, Amonkhet specifically, and it taps at a colorless. You can pay 2 and tap to exile a creature you control under Endless Sands, and then you can like pay 4, tap, sack Endless Sands to return all the creatures that you had exiled to play.
That
I think that's almost right.
was
so close.
what is wrong?
It's pay 3 and tap. It costs
Oh, is
1
it
more
3 and tap?
to tuck one of the creatures.
no.
Oh, shoot.
Wrong. The wrong thing is the set.
Oh,
it's
it was
Hour
Amonkhet.
of
It was Hour of
Devastation.
It's Hour of
Devastation.
They-
Okay.
They're the same set. They're the same set.
There it is.
Oh,
right
it is
there.
only 2. Okay,
Yeah.
nice. So I think the card that this is modeled after, Safe Haven, is that one 3 and tap to do it?
I think
Safe
that
Haven
one's
doesn't
also-
even add mana, I don't think. Sorry, Paul, you don't have Safe Haven up, but I feel
think
like Safe
Safe-
Haven costs 3 to exile the thing. I think it costs 2?
Any other day, I'd be able to tell you.
There
There
that.
it is right there. It's 2.
Oh, okay, all right. I don't know where this 3 is coming from. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. Very good. 1,000 points. Nelson.
Yeah.
Hall of Storm Giants.
Oh, well, this is from Dungeons and Dragons presents a Magic the Gathering expansion set, Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, a Deckmaster product by Richard Garfield. It's rare.
Yep.
It comes into play tapped.
These are all rare.
Unless you control 2 or other fewer land or two other lands. If it's your first 3 lands, it comes in untapped, and it taps for a blue. Or you can pay 5 and a blue to turn it into a 7/7 giant creature with Ward 3. Oh, what'd I miss?
You said it was like Seachrome Coast. It has to either be land 1 or 2.
Oh, it's just 1 or 2,
Yeah.
right? Just land. So what is the wording exactly? It's because I haven't memorized this.
All
All
wording.
right. Bring this
What-
one up,
what does
Paul.
it actually say?
So if you control 2 or more other lands, it enters the battlefield
Oh,
tapped.
it does mention the 2 or it's 2 or more. It mentions 2 lands. So
Yeah.
it's 2. If you have 2 or more, this is tapped, not tells you how to put it in untapped.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Everything else is right. The only thing that you technically missed is it is still a land when you turn it into a 7/7. You didn't say that.
Right.
So 986 points.
Great.
Yeah, I feel like that's fair.
Totally fine.
All right. For the final 2 cards of round 1, we're going to Zendikar Rising because, as you know, there were a couple rare flip lands in Zendikar Rising. So, Wheeler, the name of this land is Kazandu Valley. What's on the other side of Kazandu Valley?
Shatter Skull Smashing.
That is incorrect.
Wait, you said they're all rare?
These are rare lands from Zendikar Rising.
Not mythic.
Kaz-
Shatterskull is mythic.
Yeah.
So what's the rare one?
Kazandu Valley is these enter tapped and they tap for the color
Yeah.
color of the mana. So what color is this? And what's on that other side?
I believe it's red.
That is incorrect.
Oh, it's the green
It
one.
is the
Green?
green one.
See, because my reference point is Kazandu.
Yeah,
something
yeah.
that is
there's red cards
green.
from Kazandu for sure. Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, I think I know which one it is.
green rare double face modal card.
Yeah, you've seen this.
Oh,
card.
it's Kazandu Mammoth.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
And what is that?
1 green 3/3 landfall +2/2.
That is correct. Very good. All right.
Sweet.
I don't know that card by its name. I just know it by whenever it gets played against me in Gladiator. I go, oh.
So there is a
no
mammoth
offense.
right there. All right.
Okay, great.
So Nelson,
Yeah.
from I assume the same cycle, Glasspool Shore.
Oh,
So there's the
it's
lands.
showing it to me. That seems unfair. Sorry, because
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Well, if I see that it taps
Yeah,
for
I
a blue,
know.
that's like the hardest part.
Not to mention,
Yeah.
it says rogue.
Well, I was gonna get the other side right.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
fine. You're going to get minus
Sure.
points for this anyways.
Okay,
so
thanks, Paul.
You're cheating.
2 and I think I would have remembered.
paid
I
off
think I
Paul.
would have known. I think I would have known. I was about to say it.
What is it?
2 and a blue.
What's
for
it called?
Glass Pool Mimic.
Correct.
So 2 and a blue for a. I actually didn't know it was a rogue. I was just gonna say it was a shapeshifter. So
That
you
is
can,
correct.
You can minus me points
Yep.
for not knowing it was a shapeshifter rogue because I wasn't gonna get that.
Yep.
Being honest here, it's a 0/0 creature that says you may have Glass Pool Mimic enter as a copy of, I believe, a creature you control.
Yep.
That's it.
Except it's a shape.
Except it's a shapeshifter rogue. Okay, I was
Yep.
gonna forget that too.
Nailed it.
Apparently, my weakness in Stump the Expert is remembering when things keep other types when they become things. That seems to be the theme of the questions. Where
so
I'm
far
like,
today, yeah.
I'm like, right, it's still a shapeshifter.
It's still this, yeah.
Right, it's still a land.
Yeah. That's fine. All right. We'll call that all tied up after round 1 here.
Perfect.
We're going to move on to round 2. Everybody's favorite category, Simic Uncommons.
Oh yeah.
Wheeler, we're going to start you off. Now, I did a Scryfall search for Simic Uncommons, and then I sorted by release date. So these first 2 are what Scryfall said were the first 2 Simic Uncommons. I don't know if that's like true, but let's find out. Wheeler, yours is Aether Mutation.
6. Oh, is this the 6-man one or is that Death Mutation? 4 blue-green, return a creature and make that many saprolings.
Return a creature.
Oh, to their owner's hand, and you make saprolings equal to its mana value.
That is correct. You were.
And it's
what was your CMC or your MV?
I had 6.
I want to say
blue-green.
3 blue-green.
It is 3.
Oh, it's
blue
3
green.
blue-green.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there he is, right there.
But I otherwise wasn't going to remember this. So good on you.
I didn't even get to say it's from Apocalypse. There's a whole cycle of these.
Did you ever get to draft this format?
Yeah, it's boomer format for sure.
For sure, absolutely
Yeah.
boomer format. But the people who have drafted this format liked it. I don't know if I've encountered anyone who got to draft. It's IPA, right?
IPA, yeah.
Yeah, and didn't like it.
I think that this...
And I've never drafted
Not
it.
to side tangent about IPA here. This is a podcast with 3 white dudes, so side tangents about IPA is...
We've moved into that corner of
Yep.
YouTube.
Anywho,
Oh, no.
Anywho, yeah, I feel like this format is actually just real bad by modern standards.
Okay.
And when I say modern, I mean anything printed like 2006 or later.
Sure.
Yeah, it's
But maybe at the time it was like the first best draft format.
it's just cool. You
Sure.
get to do a bunch of weird things,
Like
and
thinking
cast
about
big spells.
Draft formats that came before this one. There's not very many, right? Like
No, there's pestilence at common. Like
yeah,
and
like,
troubled healer.
Like I have drafted Mirage on Moto, and it was like, oh, this isn't a thing. There's a reason we didn't do this. yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Nelson.
Yeah.
Your card is Illusion Reality.
Oh, illusion / reality.
Correct.
It's a split card.
You got that. Yep.
Okay. I don't know this one. Is it from Amonkhet?
No.
Okay.
Remember, I told you that the
It's
first
split card
2
cycles.
were the oldest ones that I could find on
Great.
Scryfall.
The initial sim. Oh, so it's also from like Apocalypse, probably.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So this card makes. It's not going to make a token copy creature. Is it just going to shrink something? I've seen it, haven't I, Wheeler? I've like filtered these.
yeah.
I've put one of these into the 25-cent uncommons box.
Yeah.
All right. That makes it even worse. 3 and a blue sorcery. Draw 2 cards. Reality. 1 green mana. Instant. Or sorcery. No, they should be the same. 1 green mana. Sorcery. Destroy target enchantment. All right.
Wheeler.
It's an unsummon, and then I think it might actually still be destroyed. It's either destroy and no, that's wax.
Reality destroying an enchantment makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
That's a good card name.
Bounce a creature, destroy enchantment also just sounds like a thing that could happen. Final answer.
Paul, can we bring it up?
Or is it the counter?
It's illusion. Its
the
target spell or permanent becomes the color of your choice until end of turn.
I was thinking of a different one.
And the reality is destroy target artifact.
For only 3
For
mana.
only 3 old mana.
These cards suck.
Yeah. This doesn't seem very good at
After
all.
this podcast, I'm going to go back to forgetting both of these cards. In fact, it's going to be before the end of the podcast. It's going to be as soon as the next question is asked.
What's the other one? There's one where like one of the sides is an unsummon. I don't know if we can't get this one. I don't know why we get the other one.
Like if my next question is what does illusion reality do, I'm just going to be like 3 and a blue, draw 2 cards, maybe.
Draw a card, I
Yeah.
guess.
Does it make a token copy?
All right, let's move on. Wheeler, your next Simic uncommon is Leaf Drake Roost.
3 blue and a green. It's an enchantment aura, enchant land. Enchanted land has pay green, blue, tap, make a 2/2 blue, green flying drake.
I want to steal.
Uh-huh. What would you like to say?
I think that the activated ability for the land doesn't cost mana. It just costs tap the land.
No, Wheeler
No?
had it.
All right,
Exactly.
perfect.
I got it.
Okay.
I have a whole podcast based off of Simic uncommons.
Yeah.
There it is right there.
Yeah.
I'm lucky that Adam doesn't watch these. Otherwise, Okie morning on Friday, it's going to be awkward. As there's a clear delineation of who's the best Simic uncommon mage.
All right. Nelson.
Is there one like this from a newer set that doesn't cost mana? Because I remember this card too. But
Probably this card's not very good.
yeah, maybe I'm thinking of the like third Cons of Tarkir set version.
It is wild that for 8 mana you get a 2/2.
Yeah, yeah. No, my change is like fair, right? You're like, okay, you paid 5, now you can sacrifice a land to make a 2/2 every turn.
I mean, in Ravnica block, that might be too good.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's
Tattered
fair.
Drake is.
This card was super playable.
Yeah.
Yeah, like weirdly.
All right.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Nelson. Skyrider Patrol.
Skyrider Patrol. X, blue green, creature, merfolk, soldier, maybe? It's definitely a merfolk from one of the Zendikar sets. Flying, enters with X +1/+1 counters, and has 0/0. Or no, it's a 2/2. It's a 2/2.
Wheeler, would you
I'd
like
like to steal.
Yeah.
Battle for Zendikar. It's a Merfolk Scout ally, I believe.
Nice.
X blue green with Converge.
Converge.
And it comes into play with
Number-
counters equal to the mana that you spent. Different colors of mana.
Different colors of mana. Right. Converge
Yeah.
is the same as Sunburst or something?
Yeah, basically.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
All right,
You
so-
can't just pay X colorless. Okay.
Right.
So here's what we're going
Okay.
to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the name of this card again, and we're going to pretend like the last 2 minutes didn't happen
Wait,
because
what?
you were both so far off. Skyrider Patrol.
All right.
Oh,
Try
okay.
again.
2 blue green creature flying.
This
2/3.
This is so
merfolk.
messed up. You're giving him. I mean, yeah, go ahead.
And when it deals damage to a player, you draw a card and it has flying. No, what is this? Which one's Skyrider Patrol?
It
you want
is-
to steal again?
Well, no, you got it. It's 2 blue green, 2/3 flyer. I believe it's an elf, and it when it deals damage, you can pay a blue and a green to put a 1/1 counter on something and draw a card.
You're closer there.
Is that like
or it
Ether-
fights a thing.
Is that-
It's blue green. Yeah.
Is
So-
this the one from Gideon?
If
Jarrett
this
Alfred?
is a core set
It is a core set.
from after the year 2019,
It is from Core Set 2019. It is the only place that it has appeared.
Okay.
Paul, do you want to bring this up? So there it is right there. Is a 2/3
gets
flyer
flying.
for 4. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay blue-green. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature you control. That creature gains flying until the end of turn.
What's the Converge?
I have no idea what
I
you
think
guys are
it
talking
is.
about.
It is Sky something.
Yeah.
like it's very similar names.
Yeah.
Skyrider Elf.
Maybe.
I think it's Skyrider.
I
Like
thought it was a merfolk. I thought that Converge X flying thing was a merfolk, not an elf. No? Maybe it's an elf.
Skyrider Elf.
Perfect.
Okay.
Hold, Jesus.
It's riding like a manta ray. Why isn't it a merfolk? That thing clearly just popped out of the ocean.
As the premier enchant Wordle pilot of the world.
Yep.
Oh, this game is so messed up.
I love this
just
game.
just card name.
Yeah.
Go off.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Each color of mana is spent to cast it. Yeah. What's the difference between Sunburst and Converge? Is it like they couldn't put Sunburst on a X blue-green card, basically?
I think was Sunburst only artifacts? I think Sunburst is charge counter or +1/+1 counter.
Oh, right.
Do I get a point for that?
Right.
Sure.
Great.
All right.
You deserve that point. I appreciate it.
All right, so last two Simic uncommons. We started with the two oldest that I could find. We're ending with the two newest. Wheeler, Arwen, and I don't know how to pronounce the last name. Can you help me out here?
It's like Oriole?
It's UNDO.
I'll tell you when we get it on screen.
Okay, sure. What does it do?
Uncommon Arwen.
Uncommon Arwen. Green and a blue for a 2/2 elf.
Yep, nailed it.
Whenever you scry, you put a 1/1 counter on target creature, and then you can pay 4 blue and a green to scry 2.
6 mana, right?
Yeah, 6 mana
total.
That is exactly
Sounds
correct.
familiar.
Now, can you tell me how to pronounce that name?
Undomil.
Sure.
Maybe.
I believe you.
Sweet.
I don't know. I've given up on Lord of the Rings.
Like as an IP or as a Magic set?
I just got really burnt out on it, like on this set and the IP attached to it. Like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's the Silmarillion that did it me in.
Hey, you read the whole Silmarillion, didn't you?
Nope.
Okay, good.
read a bit,
Good.
and then I was like, I
I also am 4 chapters deep
want to
on
go
Silmarillion.
outside.
Yeah. I also got like a few chapters deep on the Bible. Like my cousin and I were like in a bet that I could read the Bible in a month, and I sure lost. But similarly, Silmarillion, it's better.
It's written exactly like the Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's long lists of names.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nelson.
Yeah.
Can you name the card that it's the other Simic uncommon in the set? Do you know what it is?
No.
Okay, so you're going for Legolas, Counter of Kills.
God. Okay. So it does something when a creature dies. I just haven't drafted the set that much. I have a bit, and I've read a lot of cards in it, but also it's kind of a big set. Okay. 1 blue-green legendary elf 3/3. I don't think it has reach or first strike, but it might have some ability. And then whenever a creature that Legolas deals damage to dies that turn, put a plus. It's basically a Senger vampire. I don't think you have to pay mana, do you? All right, you can steal. Does that have reach?
I think it's a 2/3 for
2/3.
starters.
But it costs 3,
It's a
doesn't
2
it?
No, it's a 4 mana. It's
4
mana,
It's 2 blue
2/3.
green 2/3.
Okay.
Whenever a creature your opponent controls dies, you put a 1/1 counter on it.
That's correct.
And then whenever a creature dealt damage by Legolas dies, you untap it or something. You untap them in some way. No.
Okay. All right.
So it's another scry mechanic, the blue-green scry mechanic.
right.
Whenever you scry,
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, that is
It
the
does
untap. Sorry.
untap.
It's the scry the untap. I
But it
apologize.
doesn't have to deal damage to a
Yeah,
creature.
sorry. Yeah, and it does have
It
reach.
does have reach.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Honestly, remembering the legendary creatures when there's multiple creatures, it's fine. I'm not against them putting multiple of the same named character in the set, but I think it makes this
It's
game
so-
much harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, this archetype sucked.
Yeah.
Yes, unfortunately, this archetype sucked.
This draft format wasn't great.
It stunk.
It wasn't.
I'm
that
so
good.
you have
It
no idea how
wasn't-
vindicated I am now that people are
Yeah,
starting
people are
to come
starting to come around to
Right.
it.
Being
The
like,
set was great. The lore was amazing. I think they did a great job with the IP, but the draft just wasn't as good.
I would
Wasn't that
play
great?
Alchemy Draft of this set where they fix it. Because I really like the characters and the art's incredible. And honestly, when you're winning, the way that the good decks came together was kind of fun. I don't know.
you can't say alchemy on a Magic podcast. You're going to tank all of our views. We're going to get hate
We're good.
rated.
We're 20 minutes in. Nobody's
That's
gonna.
true.
Nobody's even watching.
Somebody developed
anymore.
a bot to just go.
Detect whether they're
Yeah.
talking about the least liked format. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to round 3. This round is called Big Dragons. All of these dragons cost 6 mana or more.
Okay.
All right, there's your hint to start with. Wheeler, you're up first. Kilnmouth Dragon.
Ooh, good one, James. This is a dragon with Amplify 3 from Legions. Amplify, of course, is as it comes into play, you can reveal any number of creature type from your hand, and it comes into play with that many 1/1 counters on it. So if I reveal 2 dragons, it comes into play with 6 additional counters. It has flying. Then it has tap. Kilnmouth Dragon deals damage equal to the number of 1/1 counters on it to, I want to say, any target.
I think it's any target.
Yeah, and it's 7 mana, 6/6.
God, so close.
Or is
I think
it,
it's
uh,
only
You want
5/5.
to? You want to? Yeah, you want to try to?
I think the base power and toughness is 5 or maybe even 4.
It's
And does it have haste?
No.
It's 7 mana, I think is correct. 5 red for a creature dragon.
Yeah.
What are we missing? Does it have trample too?
No, you're good.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's it.
Is it 5/5?
Yeah.
Wait.
5/5. You got it.
Yeah.
That's it.
What?
I got one more.
Uh-huh.
The art is by Carl Critchlow.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Nailed it. Yeah. This thing is sick.
Yeah. This
It's pretty cool. Like that.
Oh my
this
God.
card sold out.
Yeah. This is a good one.
You could sell these back to Ed.
I got a foil one of these from Legions.
Nice.
Don't think I've ever played it. But it's one of those cards where you're going through your box and you see it and you're like, ooh, yeah.
All right. Nelson.
Big dragons.
Tyrant of Valakut.
Tyrant of Valakut. Damn it. It's not the Surge one.
Nobody played Battle for. Isn't it the Surge?
Is it the Surge? I thought the Surge one was only 5 mana. Oh, does it have Surge 5?
Surge 5.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm remembering this
We're
card.
banding together to help quash James's crap dragons. Like,
Okay, so what the heck is the regular has to go? It's probably 5 red for, I want to say a 5/3. Like, isn't this one easy to kill or something?
it's a 5/4.
5/4.
Yeah.
5/4 with Surge, which means you have to have cast another spell. It's kind of like mini Storm. Like Storm has to be 1, and then you get to pay the Surge discount or
If
whatever.
you were a teammate.
Right, or a teammate. Nice. So the Surge cost is only 3 red for a 5/4 flying. Does it have an ETB of fire breathing or something? I don't think it has fire breathing, the ability to pump power.
It's
but I want to
so
say, it's just a 5/4 flying with no other ability other than Surge.
Bolts things.
It does both things.
Yeah, it
okay.
bolts
So 3
things.
damage when ETBs.
If you paid it to Surge
if
cost.
you search,
Only if you
Yeah,
paid Surge
if you
cost.
surged it, 3 damage to target creature or player.
Yeah,
it's
I did remember this card basically. I mean, this was good in draft, right?
yeah. I mean, it's a
Surge-
dragon. It's
Yeah.
always good in draft.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, this card was not a constructed card. It's funny that like the other Tyrant card is just like every time a creature enters the battlefield, this thing deals that much damage.
yeah.
And that got printed not that long after poor little Tyrant Valakut.
All right. Wheeler.
Yep.
Rhyme Scale Dragon.
Ooh, this is Cold Snap.
That is correct.
5 red for a 5/5 flyer. Creatures with ice counters on them don't untap during its controller's untap step, and 2 and a snow mana. You can put an ice counter on target creature.
That is exactly correct.
Nice work.
Yeah. That is
Also, the card I was
exactly
thinking of is Terror of the Peaks, not Tyrant of the Peaks. Yeah.
correct. Good job.
Thank you.
Nelson.
Oh, it taps the creature too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crimson Hellkite.
Shit, I know this one. Crimson Hellkite. Damn it. Is this original Zendikar 5 red 5/5 flying haste?
Go way back.
No, dude.
You got to go way back.
You've drafted this format.
I have. Yeah. Okay. I want a hint.
You said I've drafted Mirage before.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I definitely want to give up. 'Cause I don't think I've drafted this card.
Okay.
Okay.
So
It sounds like such a
There-
basic dragon.
So I might get this incorrect because there is a dragon from Portal or Starter that is very similar, except one of them taps and the other is when it attacks.
Okay.
So it's either a 6 or 7 mana 5/5 flyer that when it attacks you can pay X and a red and you deal X damage to target creature and opponent controls or any creature, but only red mana can be used to pay X, or it's tap and do that ability with the same clause of only red mana can be used to pay X.
So that ability is correct.
It's from Mirage.
X to tap. It deals X damage to target creature. Spend only red mana to in this way. But
Yep.
what was the CMC and power toughness you said?
I thought it was a 7 mana 5/5 flyer. It might be a 7 mana 6/6 flyer.
Is it 5 red?
It's quite a bit more.
Is it 6 red?
It's 6 red for a 6/6.
9 mana 6/6.
Okay, yeah. The
9
one,
mana.
The one that attacks is
cheaper,
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. 9 mana.
Incredible.
Love this card. All right. Wheeler.
Sure.
Lava Field Overlord.
When you get your Crimson Hellkite
This is a
Terror,
battle bond
This
card.
is a battle
Wow.
bond
Yeah.
card. Good job.
It has team up. I think it's 7 red for a 4/4 flyer with team up, so your teammate can help pay for this, or anybody can.
It's called assist.
Assist. That's what it is. Yeah,
but that's you. I know what you're saying. Yeah,
anybody can help pay for
yeah.
this.
Another player can pay up to its colorless mana cost. Yes.
And then it deals 4 damage to each of up to 2 creatures. I want to say.
Close.
I think it's something like that.
You got any ideas, Nelson?
No.
No.
Sorry.
Right, so 7 red for a 5/4 flyer,
Right.
and it deals 4 damage to target creature and opponent controls. Just the one,
okay, yeah.
but close.
Gross.
Yeah.
This is a hard one to pull from the recesses because I've played it 0 times.
Yeah, I'm impressed. You got
Adam and I
that
might
one.
have had it in one of our decks.
Yeah.
At the Command Fest once. Yeah.
All right, final dragon of the show. This is one of my favorites. When I came back to the game, I put this in a deck, in a terrible deck. Fury-born Hellkite.
Fury-born Hellkite.
Fury-born Hellkite.
Damn it. Okay, I'm being exposed as a fake dragon enjoyer today, apparently. 4 red dragon, 5/5 flying, pay 1 red mana. This creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn.
Wheeler.
Go
I like
ahead.
to steal.
Yep.
Yeah, go for it.
I might get this wrong anyways. 4 red.
Correct.
6/6 Bloodthirst 6.
Yes.
And it's got flying, and it's a mythic.
Yep.
And it's from like M13? No, M12.
M12, yeah.
M12.
When I remember when I came back to the game, it would have been like sometime in 2011. I remember building a black-red Bloodthirst deck and putting this homie in here. I love the art on this card.
It's really good.
It's really good.
I'm putting this one back in the illusion reality pile. I'm looking at it now, and I'm having the same feeling I probably had when it was spoiled. I was like,
no, dude,
really? 7 mana, 12/12 flying? Really? That's what we want to do?
There's no way you didn't trade this card for a bunch of ginger ales. This is up there with like Vorinclex of the like infinite ginger ales.
No, you're probably right. I probably did get like part of my draft paid for by tossing this in the binder. Yeah, okay.
All right. That is the dragon round all done and dusted. Let's move on to round 4. Who's that uncommon planeswalker?
Okay.
All right. You ready? Wheeler. Whatley.
War
the
of the
Sun's
Spark
Heart.
grinding.
Whatley the Sun's Heart.
Yep.
2 and a hybrid green-white, 7 loyalty. Creatures you control deal combat damage based off their toughness rather than their power. And then -2, you gain life equal to the toughness of a creature you control.
Almost nailed it.
I think it's you may have them deal damage. Like for each creature, you may have it deal damage equal to its toughness instead.
Nope.
That's not right either?
Nope.
Is it -3? Did you say -2 or
I said
-3?
-2.
You said
It's
-3?
-3.
It's -3.
Okay.
Okay.
But other than that,
Great job. I wouldn't have
Everything-
remembered it had 7 loyalty or what its
everything
ability
correct.
was or its mana cost.
I played this at an F&M.
Sweet.
all right. Nelson.
Yeah.
Chandra. Novice Pyromancer.
Chandra, Novice Pyromancer. The Novice one, I think, was 3 and a red for a legendary Planeswalker Chandra with 4 loyalty. -2 is deal 2 damage to anything. +1 is add red to your mana pool, but maybe there's some restriction on what you can use the mana for. And that's it. I think it only has 2 abilities.
Sorry, I don't. That was more dramatic than I wanted. This
fine.
isn't a Furyborn Hellkite scenario.
Yeah. No, I remember this card.
It can give elementals.
it can give elementals plus power.
Yeah, +2, +0.
Does it also make mana?
It
Yeah,
does.
It does all 3.
It has
Yeah,
3
it does
abilities, but no
3.
ultimate, right? And they're both.
Yeah, so it's
the
plus-
elemental pumping is also a +1.
Yeah, it's a plus. Not also. Elementals +1. The mana is -1.
Oh,
damage is -1, and it comes
starts
in with 5, not
okay.
4.
Sorry, Chandra.
But
I was close.
Pretty close.
was close.
Also from M20, not War of the Spark.
Right.
That's
Well
why
done.
it
There you
has 5 loyalty at uncommon.
Right.
Because this is in the same set as Golos and Veil of Summer.
All right, Wheeler.
Yeah.
Kaya, Bane of the Dead.
Yeah, so this is also War of the Spark.
Yeah, I'm going to level with either Rest or War of the Spark.
3 and then 4 hybrid black-white pips. Creatures your opponents control with hexproof may be targeted by spells and abilities as though they did not have hexproof. -3 exiled target creature, and it has 7 starting loyalty.
You got one thing wrong. Nelson, can you tell me what it is?
It's only 6 mana.
That is correct.
Oh, it's a 6.
It's only 6
It's
mana.
3
3 and 3.
3
yeah.
and 3 hybrid.
So legitimately, in my defense, I recalled the exact image of this card, and I just there's something about hybrid pips in a row.
Yeah,
where it's
sure.
just like how.
It could be 2, it could be 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how big Colony Hydra is, and I've looked at it so many times. They're just all in a row there.
Yeah, it's too
how
many.
much does Gonti's Aetherborn Heart? Like, how much energy do you need to pump into
Like,
it?
after you've brought Link to pray for more hearts 5 or 6 times, it's just like, how many hearts do you have, Dad? I'm like, I don't know. More than 3.
Yeah.
To not die instantly.
I'm unkillable.
Yeah. I don't know.
Nelson.
Yeah.
Nahiri, Storm of Stone.
Nahiri, Storm of Stone. 2 and 2 hybrid Boros mana for a legendary Planeswalker Nahiri.
You're nailing this.
You got it so far.
Yep. Yep. 5 starting loyalty. 6 starting loyalty.
Nailed it.
6 starting
Yep,
loyalty.
yep.
And it can rummage for a +1.
No.
But no. It can't target a creature with any of its abilities. No, I didn't play this one. Yeah, okay. Creatures your opponents control can't be equipped. No, that's not right. Yeah?
You're on the right track.
Am I?
Activated abilities.
Activated abilities your opponents control cost 2 extra mana to activate unless they're mana abilities.
Going the wrong way for Boros.
Yeah, -4. Target creature becomes a Stoneforged blade. +1. Create a 1/1 core ally creature token and then put a +1/+1 counter on it. Final answer. No, I don't know what this card does. I can remember the picture kind
It's
of.
like activated abilities of creatures and equipment you control cost 1 less to activate or
Okay.
something, and then it has -X, and it deals like X damage, but only if something attacked. Or
like this can't
when
just
it
kill
attacks.
a creature, I'm sure. Because if it could just kill a creature, I would have drafted it.
Yeah,
once.
it's bad.
So, okay.
Yeah.
As long as it's your turn,
Tapped
creatures
creature.
you control have first strike and equip
Right.
abilities you activate cost 1 colorless less to
Just equip
activate.
abilities, okay.
And then the minus is it deals X damage to target tapped creature.
Yeah, this
Boros cards are so funny.
is a hard one to remember.
Like they're just like, okay, we'll give you everything Boros can do. Please be playable. And it's just like, maybe not.
The best thing this thing had going for it was that it was 6 loyalty. So in your red deck, if you also drafted Rare Sarkhan, you could be like, yeah, attack with this 4/4 dragon. It has 6
Yeah.
loyalty, so killing it on your turn's annoying.
All right. Wheeler. Ob Nixilis, the Hate Twisted.
3 black, 5 starting loyalty. Whenever an opponent draws a card, they take 1. And then -2, destroy target creature. Its controller draws 2 cards.
Nailed it.
Nice. This one was pretty fun.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of
I
the-
forgot exactly how that worked, but I
yeah.
remember playing it.
It's a gooder. And finally, Nelson, Vraska, Swarm as Eminence.
And Nelson Nahiri again.
You just saw it. Can you remember it? No. Okay, Vraska, Swarm's Eminence. 3 Golgari. Creatures you control, if I don't know how it's templated, but if your creatures deal damage to a planeswalker, they have planeswalker death touch. And I think when they're attacking, they also have regular. No, not that. I don't think they have death touch. I think it just says your creatures have planeswalker death touch when they're attacking. And then it can make. Can it make an assassin? It's only got 1 activated ability. Does it give the attacking creatures death touch too? Does it give regular death touch? No?
No.
No?
2.
Okay, don't. Let me guess on the activated ability. I want to say it makes 1/1s somehow. I think it has 5 starting loyalty, and you can -2 to make a 1/1 death touch creature.
So
Assassin.
Yeah, you are absolutely in the right
Okay.
area for this card.
All right.
Wheeler, do you want to try
Go
here?
ahead. What else?
2 and then 2 hybrid Golgari.
It's only 4 mana?
Yeah, it's only 4
mana. 5 starting loyalty.
Yeah.
Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch would deal damage to a player or a planeswalker, you can put a 1/1 counter on it.
Yeah.
And then -2, you make a 1/1 with Death Touch that when this deals damage to a planeswalker, destroy that planeswalker.
Okay.
So like you were definitely you were there,
okay.
but yeah, you just
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Cool.
it's not bad. All right. That is the end of round 4, which means we are moving on to round 5. The final round.
Wow.
This round. These aren't even out yet. That's right.
Fun.
We got cards here from Wilds of Eldraine and from Doctor Who. Felt like this could be a fun way to also just talk about new cards, but also see how if you're paying close attention to previews.
No.
Guess what? I'm not either.
Yeah.
That is such a cheap trick to pull.
Isn't it? Isn't it just the worst?
This is such crap.
Aren't I the worst?
Oh my god.
Wheeler.
Yeah.
Your first card, it's from Wilds of Eldraine. It's called Tough Cookie.
Why are you doing this, dude? Oh wait. So it's 1 in a green for a 2/2. It's an artifact creature. It's a golem and it's a food, right?
Do you actually just
You
know?
absolutely suck. He's just absolutely
Is
getting
it?
these. Yeah,
And
that's
then-
right so far.
Yeah.
So it comes with
and then it
regular
has
food ability, or
it has the regular food ability, but it also has pay 2 and a green. Target non-creature artifact you control becomes an artifact creature with base power toughness 4/4 until end of turn.
Yep.
And there's more.
Sorry. So what did you? Okay. So you've got the power toughness, the casting cost. That was all right. You said it has the same
It's a
ability as a food. That's correct. You said that first thing. It has an ETB.
ooh,
When you ETB, you make a food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a piece of
Whoa.
shit.
it looks like an
Gives me
infinity
so
card.
much crap for this category and
Yeah.
just completely nails
Joke's
it.
on you. This is the only one I'm going to get.
Incredible.
All right. Nelson, your card, also from Wilds of Eldraine.
Yeah.
It is Talion the Kindly Lord.
I mean, I wasn't gonna get Tough Cookie either, though. So you laugh it up. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you deserve
Well,
this.
I mean, he picked a custom card.
Talion, the Kindly Lord. 3 blue white for a legendary human noble, 4/4 flying, and when it enters the battlefield, you create a food token, and target player skips their next draw step.
2 blue and a black. As it comes into play. No, I don't actually know.
I mean, that's the right casting cost.
I know the casting
you
cost,
remember the
and I
casting
know
cost,
that
yeah.
you note a number between 1 and 13.
1 in 10.
1 and 10.
All right, so let's bring this one up. Again, this just seemed like a fun way to look at some of the new cards.
Okay.
So 2 blue black for a 3/4 flyer. As it enters the battlefield, choose a number between 1 and 10. Whenever an opponent casts a spell with that mana value, power, or toughness equal to the chosen number, that player loses 2 life and you draw a card. Thoughts?
Oh, I would have got it if you just said Talion. Of course. No, this is an
Seems like a cool
interesting
card.
design
Yeah.
space. Absolutely. Yeah, like and also we just don't see a lot of blue black hate bears. Are all the like control magic or control elements in Magic converging onto creatures these days? Like, is that just where they want it?
Unfortunately, yeah.
They want you to have creatures in play if you want to be like restricting your opponent somehow and controlling the pace of the game. So
Everything's board based.
yeah, I mean, I get it.
All right.
But yeah, this card seems okay. I don't know, probably playable in Gladiator? Maybe? I'm not sure which Gladiator did, but it feels like power level wise. Format 3/4. You get a 3/4 flyer. It's like Resto Angel stats.
Resto has flash.
This doesn't have flash. That's a good point.
All
It
right.
does say draw a card on it, though.
I'm more of a tough cookie kind of guy.
Yeah,
Sure,
that's fair.
sure.
That's fair.
All right, maybe it's not making the cut.
All right, let's take a look at another Wilds of Eldraine card here for you, Wheeler. This is Ashiok, Wicked Manipulator.
Have these cards been spoiled yet?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean they're on Scryfall, so
Great. Perfect.
3 black.
yep.
If you would lose life, instead exile that many cards from the top of your deck. right?
Pretty close. Yeah. If you would pay life
If you would pay life.
while your library has at least that many cards in it,
Sure.
exile that many
Exile that
cards
many
from the top of
cards
your
instead.
library.
That,
Yeah.
I mean, that is a pretty big difference. But yeah,
Yep.
cool.
Christ. Its last ability, it's the first ability of Ashiok lets you exile cards from both players' libraries.
Okay.
I don't know, dude.
Bring
This
it
is
up.
it's a planeswalker from a
Yeah.
set that doesn't exist yet.
Yeah.
And I'm not on Twitter.
I was just curious. Look, here it is right here.
I just
Ashiok,
retweeted one of your tweets today.
Wicked Manipulator, 3 black for a 5 loyalty planeswalker. If you would pay life while your library has at least that many cards in it, exile that many cards from the top of your library instead. +1, look at the top 2 cards of your library, exile one of them and put the other into your hand. -2, create 2 1/1 black nightmare creature tokens with at the beginning of combat on your turn. If a card was put into exile this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. And -7, target player exiles the top X cards of their library, where X is the number total mana value of cards you own in exile.
You know you're in dire straits when you're listing off a new mono black planeswalker
Yeah.
and Nelson starts yawning.
Sorry.
Like it's a mono black planeswalker that draws 2 cards and he's like,
It's a lot of words,
So
man.
so
I'm
many
sorry, I
words.
couldn't quite get through Ashiok without taking a little break.
yeah.
This seems like a lot.
I am kind of excited about this card. It does seem pretty good, although I'm still not at the point where I understand what this card does, even though it's staring at me. Yeah,
Finally, a card to make Necropotence playable.
at last.
All right, let's move on to some Doctor Who cards. Nelson, River Song.
River Song. 2 blue, 3 mana, enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay blue. If you do, tap all your opponent's creatures without flying.
That's not even close. Wheeler?
You separate your opponent's creatures into 2 different sides of the board. The left side of the river and the right side of the river. Now, this is an Is It legend.
It is.
That's all I know.
Yeah. So
I'm the worst person to have on about anything Doctor Who related.
I really, truly love the design here. Paul, you can bring it up.
It's not an actual river.
It's a person. So 1 blue red for a 2/2. It has Meet in reverse. You draw cards from the bottom of your library rather than the top.
Well, that's annoying.
And it has spoilers. Whenever an opponent scries, surveils, or searches their library, put a +1/+1 counter on River Song. Then River Song deals damage to that player equal to its power.
Oh, that's too good.
We're not going to get into the lore of Doctor Who. We will absolutely do that in a future episode of this podcast, certainly with Graham and whoever else is big Doctor Who fans here. Needless to say, the design here is fantastic. I'm curious what you both actually think of this card just in a vacuum as a Magic card. Like, what do you think of the whole, like, drawing from the bottom of your library and the spoilers ability? It's kind of neat.
Yeah, I hate the first ability and I love the second ability.
Why do you hate
Yep,
the first
same.
ability?
Because it just adds extra work to the game.
Yeah.
It's just an added level of dexterity that while it does synergize with scrying and tucking stuff on the bottom, it's just like, it seems more cute, but then in practice, you're just like, okay, gotta...
Yeah.
Like, this is a classic. I mean, it's a commander card, but
Yeah.
this is a classic, like, oh, I'm getting a GRV today.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. All right. Wheeler. Davros, Dalek Creator.
None of those words are in the Bible,
There's been like
nor
three.
are they in the Silmarillion.
There's been like 3 cards today that I know.
Davros, Dalek Creator.
Creator, yeah. I would hope you know what creator means. You just did mention the Bible.
I do know what that is in the Bible.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a Davros or a Dal.
No.
What's a Dalek?
Yeah.
Why is Davros creating them?
Tune in next week. Yeah.
Yeah, to find out.
Oh, he's blue.
That is one of his colors.
Blue white.
Not one of
Blue
his colors.
green.
Nope.
Blue black.
Also in one of his colors. There's one more.
Blue black red.
There you go.
Nailed it.
Yep. 1 blue, black, red. It's a 3/4. It is a legendary artifact creature. Alien scientist. It has Menace. At the beginning of your end step, create a 3/3 black Dalek artifact creature token with Menace. If an opponent lost 3 or more life this turn, then each opponent who lost 3 or more life this turn faces a villainous choice. You draw a card, or that player discards a card. Kind of a neat card.
Does your opponent facing a choice mean they choose?
I'm assuming so.
I love that it's not clear on the card. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a little awkward.
Like it
that's
does
not
seem that way. That would be my first guess. But
yeah, I'm assuming that that's a mechanic in the set that is not explained on this card, which is kind of funny, but neat card.
Yeah.
Every day we stray further away from God's light. What is... I don't want to yuck people's yum or anything, but this is...
If this was just in a vanilla set, like, this would be a really good uncommon. Right? I don't know. Would you
really good
play this?
uncommon? This card, I mean, this card seems pretty good. Like,
yeah, is it good enough to be in like Constructor? Like, are we going to talk about this on North 100 podcast?
No,
it's not that good. But and it's not in the standard sets or anything. It's not going to get played in Vintage. So
yeah, it's Commander.
So it's kind of awkward. I don't know. I guess it's fine in Commander too. Like,
sure,
seems okay in Commander.
You can do anything in Commander.
That's the joy of Commander.
Yeah. The joy of Commander.
There's no wrong cards to play in your Commander deck.
All right.
What's a Dalek?
It's that thing.
It's R2D2, but
it's on the left side there. That's a Dalek.
It's like a little. It's a little like Roomba fridge that like goes around murdering you.
It's a thing that scared people in the 50s, but in 70 years later, it's just like, really? This is the thing that we're supposed to be afraid of? I don't think so.
Great.
They fly. I don't know. Don't worry about it. Or do they fly? Wait, weren't stairs there? Let's not get into this. Nelson, your last card here is the Face of Bo.
The Face of Bo. I don't know at all. Just show it to me. Sorry, I'm out of jokes.
Is it blue?
It is blue. It's also red and white and a colorless. Okay. For another alien, it's an 0/4.
Whoa.
You can tap it. You may cast a spell with Suspend from your hand. If you do, pay its Suspend cost rather than its mana cost. Activate only as a sorcery. Thoughts?
Hey, this was on the first episode, wasn't it? I've watched a very small amount of Doctor Who, but on the reboot, the very first episode, they like go to the end of time, kind of like, or the end of the Earth, and there's a big party happening in space. Have you seen this episode? No, that's fine. And I think this was one of the guests. I think this is on one of the few episodes of Doctor Who I've seen. And they're bringing Suspend back.
Yeah, with
a way to cheat out Suspend cards.
Thank God.
Is that relevant?
It's relevant because Cascade exists, so possibly this Doctor Who set will include, something that you Violent Outburst into in Canadian Highlander.
I was just going to say, like, does this do anything in any other formats where now you can start cheating? Is there?
I don't want to play the Face of Bo, but there might be some other card that matters. That's all.
Has there ever been a way to cheat in Suspend cards like this? I guess just
as foretold.
As foretold, yeah.
This gets around, like, there are two kind of Suspend cards. So the ones that are really expensive, or the cards that are just uncastable.
Right.
And so, cards like As Foretold and whatnot don't get around the giant ones. And so this one is kind of nice in that it can cheat whatever into play. Like, that's a powerful effect. It will not have a competitive presence.
Right. Yeah.
But it's a cool card.
It's probably going to be a fun Commander deck, honestly. Yeah, playing the Face of Bo as your Commander.
It's the card I've hated the least so far.
Perfect.
Awesome.
We did it. We found it. All right. Well, that's going to do it for Stump the Expert this week.
Thanks for putting this together, James. This was like level impossible.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing is that, my knowledge is not near as strong as yours, which maybe makes making these tricky because I don't really know, like, if I'm giving you equal cards or if the cards are even remotely guessable at all. I think you did pretty well today.
What's Illusion Reality do, Nelson?
Okay, Illusion. 1 blue.
Yep.
Instant. Target creature becomes a 1/1 frog until end of turn. Reality. 17 green. Destroy target artifact if its converted mana cost is 1 or less.
You win the game.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
You nailed it. Good job.
I finally won Stump the Expert, everybody.
You all won. We all got paid. Everybody's the winner.
Wait, you get paid for this?
What?
I want to give a shout out to the gentleman who came up to us in Barcelona and said, "Do more of these."
Oh yeah.
They were like, "Turn it into like a weekly show," and I'm like, "Well, I'm not going to do that." But good news. It's back this week, or I guess next week when I told you about this. So what's up? I hope you enjoyed this episode.
We met someone who was very sweet to us and was like, I would watch Nelson and Wheeler try to remember card names every day for an hour.
Yeah.
He's like, if you could just have that pop into my YouTube feed every single day, I would
It's
watch
called
it.
my home stream. Yeah. I'm just bombarded with questions while trying to do anything.
You can cash in a very small number of points on my home stream too, actually, to just be like, what's this card? And I'll be like, oh, I don't know. Gotta get back to this game of Valorant.
Yeah. All right, so that's going to do it for TapTapConcede this week. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We really do appreciate it. Again, thank you to everybody over at our Patreon at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun for supporting everything we do here at Loading Ready Run. We super appreciate it. Thank you so much. And of course, this show is brought to you by our friends over at cardkingdom.com/LRR. Hit them up. Go order yourself some of the cards that we talked about today. You could pre-order. Actually, I guess you can just order now. Commander Masters, it's out. I guess Wilds of Eldraine will be coming out in like, I don't know, 2 weeks or something like that. It's absurd.
Doctor Who too, probably.
They just don't. Doctor Who is later. Doctor Who is October.
Oh, it's not. Oh, okay. Wilds of Eldraine is
Yeah.
next. Okay, cool.
So it goes Wilds of Eldraine, then Doctor Who, then Ixalan, right?
Timey-wimey.
Timey-wimey, bippity-boppity. All right. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. We really do appreciate it. Thanks to Heather for getting these online. Thanks, Paul, for hanging out on Tech today. We'll see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.